Hey guys, it is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to yet another video of When a Beat Drops. And like always, I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats in music of this week. So of course, you gotta stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so before we get into these beats, I just want to go on record to say I know my lighting looks crazy. For whatever reason, my other light is not working. I switched the light bulb. I don't know what's going on, but I felt like it was important for me to still do a video. So we're going to work with this light right here that's directly in front of me. But hopefully the video doesn't come out looking bad. And if you guys see this, then I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's get into our 5 hot beats of this week. So my first beat of this week, and if you don't know, you really should know, that I have to talk about Miss Beyoncé Knowles Carter. And I'm talking about Beyoncé because this week she actually revealed her twins, Sir Carter and Rumi Carter. Now, yeah, it's been rumors they was born this day, they was born that day, this and that, their names are this, their names are that, and it actually turned out that, the rumored names, which was Sir Carter and Rumi Carter, are actually their names. People found out what their names were because of, she was trying to, copyright their names and stuff, like how she did, Blue. So, yeah, word got out. Somebody saw the paperwork and was like, oh, this is Beyonce and Jay-Z's twins names, Sir and Rumi. So yeah, boy and a girl, as we also expected. So Beyonce and Jay-Z have 2 girls and 1 boy, so Jay-Z got his boy. And yeah, and she announced, or she showed them off in true Beyonce fashion. We actually saw the twins way sooner than we did Blue when Blue was born. We was kind of left in the dark about what Blue looked like for a minute, but it only took 1 month. That was her whole purpose of showing the twins off and stuff like that. She was like, oh, happy 1 month, Sir and Rumi Carter, and that was that. So she's sticking with the whole garden type theme that she had going on when she announced her pregnancy, and to see it come full circle now that they're here and stuff like that. So I was just like, oh my gosh, Beyonce broke the internet once again, especially because she always does these type of things when we least expect it. Black History Month started, Beyonce popped up like, hey y'all, guess what, I'm pregnant. And then just one random night, Thursday going into a Friday, I was up for whatever reason. I was not going to sleep, but it was a little bit past 1 o'clock in the morning, and she just posted and was like, they're finally 1 month. And I was like, wow, Beyonce done it again. I believe the photo she posted actually broke her own record. Her pregnancy photo that she did when she announced that she was pregnant with the twins was Instagram most liked photo, or most liked photo in a short amount, whatever it was. In 30 minutes she broke her own record with that. So I mean, shout outs to Beyonce and Jay-Z, shout outs to the new Carters, Rumi and Sir, shout outs to Big Sis Blue Ivy Carter, and that's music royalty right there. I cannot sit here and not talk about music royalty that has finally been revealed to us and stuff like that. So other than that, we will move on to my second beat of this week. And for my second beat of this week, I want to talk about Sevyn Streeter. So Sevyn Streeter, she finally, after all this time, released her debut album, Girl Disrupted. Now, I had made mention of it before, especially last summer when she started, dropping releases of singles and stuff like that. And I talked about how excited I was because I've been following Sevyn for a minute now. So for her to finally come to a point where she put out a full-length album, I was excited. Now her album dropped last week, so I wanted to give myself, a week. I didn't want to kind of listen to it one time and then, start talking about it. I wanted to develop real feelings about this project. So I'm going to give it to y'all real and let y'all know what I think about Sevyn Streeter's debut album, Girl Disrupted. Now, I just want to go on record, Sevyn Streeter is one of my favorite artists. I always want to see her win. I've known who she was ever since she was in the girl group, what's that girl group name that she was in with Brave Williams? I'll put it at the bottom. I can't remember their name for whatever reason, but I remember when their videos used to be on 106 and Bark and everything. So when she popped up years back, I want to say this was 2012, 2013 with Chris Brown, and she had I Like It. That's like her first like coming out single as like a solo artist. And then when I was realizing that she was writing with Chris all this time, she was writing on his albums all this time, I was like, oh my god, Rich Girl. Was it Rich Girl? I think the name of the group was Rich Girl, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I was just like, oh, that's her, and all this other stuff. And like literally all of the projects that she's released leading up to this, I've just been in full support of, and I've just been really excited. So for her first debut album, I was really excited to get. But I have to say, I'm not feeling how I want it to be feeling or how I expect it to feel. When it comes to previous projects that Sevyn's dropped, I've just been madly in love with like every single, and it's just a project that I would want to listen to repeatedly. But if I had to be honest with y'all, that's not the case with this whole Girl Disrupted album. You know, when she dropped Call Me Crazy, but these are EPs, so obviously there are not as many songs as this album, but like literally every song on those EPs always wanted me having more. So when she dropped Call Me Crazy, but from start to finish I was listening. 2 summers ago when she dropped Should Have Been There Part 1, oh my gosh, like that was my whole, like I made musically videos and everything to the songs on Call Me Crazy, but because I mean not Call Me Should Have Been There Part 1, I'm sorry. I made musically videos to Should Have Been There Part 1, like just from start to finish. But I have to say, not with this album. Now with this album, I do have a few favorites, but I feel like I find myself skipping just to those favorite songs and not listening to the entire album. I was about to play it, but listening to the entire album the way I wanted to. So instead of just saying, you know, about each song, I'm pretty much just gonna just talk about the ones that I do like. Now I know for a fact that last year she was actually supposed to drop Girl Disrupted. She done revealed the title and everything. She done dropped a couple of singles, but what I will say is that the opening track Living basically is kind of like her explanation as far as, you know, what took so long and all of this other stuff like that. So she said, I came up with this album title called Girl Disrupted. Little did I know that was really about to become my life. So she talks about, you know, being in depression and all of this other stuff. So it was pretty much her living life and life experiences that kind of delayed this album, I guess you can say. So it would obviously be the motivation behind some of these songs and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just want to leave you with some of my favorite tracks. So one of my favorite tracks that I definitely liked from the very beginning, from the first listen, is Anything You Want, featuring Jeremiah, Wiz Khalifa, and Ty Dolla $ign. Now she recently just released a music video for that, and like I said, I just feel like this album just, or this song in particular, just gives all types of like good vibes and stuff like that. So with it being the summertime, I definitely feel like this is something that you guys can listen to and just get in the vibe with, and you know, just kind of like enjoy it. Another song of mine that is really my favorite out of the entire album would have to be her song Old School, featuring Jeremiah and Dej Loaf. And one reason why I like this song is because of the chorus and just the wordplay. Like I appreciate like wordplay, and because we know not only is she strong vocally, but she's strong with that pen. Like I was like, yes, Sevyn girl, you definitely did it with this song. So in the chorus she actually says, 100% of your 12 play, confessions you get in my way, keep standing rain like Bobby, who's gonna keep sweat you, nobody, from the windows to the walls, I'm a yin yang your body, making hips hip hop array, by nature we getting naughty. So you know, she talked about 100% of your 12 play, which is R. Kelly. She talked about confessions, you're getting in my way, Usher. She talked about Keep Standing Rain like Bobby, talking about New Edition, who gonna keep sweat you, keep sweat nobody, from the windows to the wall, I'm a yin yang your body, yin yang twins, hip hop hooray, by nature we getting naughty, which is naughty by nature. So like I just like the wordplay, and then just like these classic songs that we know from these artists and stuff like that, and how she just kind of wrapped it all up together and wanted to make a dope ass chorus for this song. So Old School is definitely my favorite. If anything, As Soon As I Get Home, I also like that song. You know, As Soon As I Get Home, we know that as like a Faith Evans song, but the way she just kind of like switched it up and made it her own. You know, As Soon As I Get Home is more so like, you know, R&B, you know, slow tempo and stuff like that. Just one of those classic Faith Evans songs, but with that song in particular, you know, she kind of just speeded it up, you know, made it a little bit more poppy and stuff like that. So that's also another song that she did a great job on. Before I already let you guys know that this was one of my favorite songs when she released it months and months back. I actually made it a song of the week on like a previous When a Beat Drops video. Other than that, I love her song Peace Sign featuring Dave East. And one thing was, when I first listened to the album first dropped last week, I actually just kind of wanted to I just wanted it to be just me and the music. So I put the music on, I put my headphones in, I turned it all the way up. I was actually in the middle of doing my makeup, so it just kind of gave me, you know, a minute to just focus on the lyrics and stuff like that. That's why I feel like I've listened to this album enough to know how I really feel about it. But definitely, without even looking at the features at first, I just kind of wanted to just, you know, listen to the music and then kind of like play a guessing game, like who's featured on this song when I hear them. So instantly when I heard Peace Sign featuring Dave East, I was like, oh, that's Dave East, let me find out she got Dave East on the album. Other than that, I also like her song that she has with August Alsina, Been a Minute. But I mean, I think it's just all about preference. I mean, because I've known about Sevyn for a minute, and you know, with her dropping 2 previous EPs and stuff like that, I just had expectations, and how I know how much I enjoyed her previous projects. I was just like, yes, like, still congratulations to her. She finally got her, you know, debut album out, and you know, maybe 2 more weeks from now, 3 more weeks from now, I might actually like it more than I do right now. But for the moment, the songs that I name are just pretty much my favorite songs on the album so far. But if you cop Sevyn Streeter's new album, or if you listen to it, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts. Other than that, we're going to move on to my next beat of this week. And this was something that I found out that was so cool, and I was like, no, I have to make mention of it, because like it involves one of my favorite songs. And I'm actually talking about J. Cole. So you know, J. Cole, he's currently on his For Your Eyes Only tour. You know, that recently just started, and you know, when J. Cole go on tour, you know, everybody got to talk about it. You know, he pretty much, you know, he does summer tours. Summer is like the ideal time for artists to go on tour, but J. Cole, he's known for having summer tours, and when he's going on tour, he has one of the hottest tours of the summer. So you know, For Your Eyes Only is definitely shaping up to be one of the hottest tours of the summer so far. But recently, it was kind of revealed at a recent show, I believe in Los Angeles, I want to say. He kind of, you know, let the audience in on a secret. And when I seen the video, I was like, oh shit. Matter of fact, check out the video right here.
You didn't know. Callie, listen. Just listen. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, the neighbors think I'm selling dope. Hey, say what?
So I thought it was so dope that he actually used the beat from Forbidden Fruit from Born Sinner, reversed the beat of Forbidden Fruit, and you got the beat for Neighbors. Now, Forbidden Fruit is one of my favorite songs from Born Sinner. Like, Born Sinner is one of those albums where I have the physical copies. I remember going to the store and buying it. That's how big of a J. Cole fan I am. So I thought it was just so dope that the beat from Forbidden, like, I was just like, he's genius. He's freaking genius. Like, I just absolutely love it. So I just felt like, you know, that was something that got me hyped this week when it comes to music. So I was like, I have to make it a beat. I have to let my viewers know if they already didn't know. Like, it was just so dope. Other than that, we can move on to my 4th beat of this week. So my 4th beat of this week, I have to talk about Quincy Jones currently battling in court with the estate of Michael Jackson over royalties. So we all know that Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, they've worked together for years. They have classic songs together. But unfortunately, he's not battling with Michael, of course, because we know what happened to Michael, but he's battling with the state, and he's basically saying that they owe him money. Now he's saying that they owe him $30 million. So I guess the whole suing his estate and saying that the estate owes him money started back in 2013 when he sued them for $10 million. And basically his whole being was, you know, ever since, you know, Michael Jackson passed away, there were, you know, a number of projects that released. You know, he had the This Is It album and film. He had they did like the Circus Olay special thing or whatever. I believe he had like a whole nother album drop. Like, it was just, you know, Michael passed, but his legacy continued to live on. His art, his music continued to live on. And Quincy Jones was like, he didn't get his rightful shares and all this other stuff. So he was like, they owe me $10 million. Fast forward 3 years, where we are now in 4 years, sorry. 4 years, where we are now in 2017, that 10 million has now bumped up to 30 million. So he's basically like, the state owes me $30 million. And Michael's camp is like, you know, he's paid what he's owed and all this other stuff. And everything that he has ownership or whatever his proportions is, he's only going to make more millions and millions of dollars. Now, people have had like mixed feelings about this situation. Some people are like, come on, Quincy, like, first of all, like, the relationship that you and Michael had and stuff like this, why would you sit here and sue his estate and all of this other stuff? You're really just money hungry. Other people are like, look, I understand I was your friend, y'all collaborated for so many years and all this other stuff, but when it comes to money, and if it's a contract being broken, if that contract is not being fulfilled, then do you, boo. Now I will say it's pretty sad. Well, I mean, look, I don't know, if Michael was here, obviously I don't think this would probably be going on, but you know, I guess I really don't know the situation. I hope this doesn't kind of like ruin like a legacy or like a relationship that was built off of, you know, developing a legacy when it comes to music, because obviously, you know, Quincy Jones is a musical great, Michael Jackson, God rest his soul, is a musical great and stuff like that. So hopefully they could get that money situation together, because they out here looking crazy. But other than that, we have to go to my last beat of this week. And speaking of tours, so one person who will definitely be going on tour, the rumor kind of got out before his album dropped, but now that his album is out, it's a platinum selling album, it's getting all of this, you know, recognition, and I already talk about it, you know, the tickets gotta go on sale. And I'm talking about Jay-Z. So earlier this week, Monday to be exact, Jay-Z announced his 444 tour. So, you know, the album, like I said, it went like platinum in like 4 days, number one. And then yeah, so he'll be hitting the road in the fall time. I think he was initially, I remember the report saying he was supposed to hit the tour during the summertime, but you know, Beyoncé just had the twins and stuff like that, so his tour will officially be starting in October. It was first start off in Anaheim, and then, you know, it's going to hit all the major cities and stuff like that. You know, he's going to be here in Brooklyn. He owned the Barclays Center, so of course he's going to be here in Brooklyn. But, you know, I'm trying to find my ticket up in there. I think the tickets is already sold out, so we just gotta wait and just wait and wait and wait. He'll be here in November, so hopefully some way, somehow, God make it happen. I'm somewhere up in that tour. Hopefully not too far. I don't want to be far away. But yeah, so Jay-Z, he will be heading on tour. You know, Tidal, they get all the, you know, matter of fact, shit, I should have used my Tidal account actually to try to get some tickets. I ain't got no money. But yeah, so, and like I said, the album's just racking up. Everybody's talking about it still to this day. You know, he's been releasing the visuals for the album and stuff like that. He, of course, when the album dropped, he already had the video for The Story of OJ out. Since then, he released the video to 444. Most recently, yesterday, he released the video to Bam. And now I understand why. And my video, if y'all checked out my video, I was like, oh, he was just in Jamaica not too long ago, so he must have just did this song, and then I don't know. But apparently when he was in Jamaica with Damian Marley and stuff like that, he was actually in Jamaica shooting the video for Bam. So, you know, all of the visuals, all of the talk around this album, the more success at this album, you know, season stuff like that, the tours is gonna be litty. Nothing more, nothing less. So, like, you know, I'm excited. So y'all plan on hitting that 444 tour wherever it may be stopping, anywhere near your city, or if it's not in your city and stuff like that. Definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts. Other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so thank you for tuning into this week's video. And of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It would greatly be appreciated. I have no notes to leave you guys with this week, but of course, you know I can't end this video without giving you my song of the week. And my song of the week gonna have to go to Miss Cardi B. Now, she definitely has one of the hottest songs, at least here in New York City this summer. I don't know about other places, but definitely we rock with Cardi B here in New York without a doubt. And her song Bodak Yellow is on repeat. Like, literally, I constantly sing it, my friends constantly sing it, I walk around, people is constantly singing it and stuff like that. So I feel like it's only right, because literally that's one of the songs that I constantly been listening to within this past week, prior to this week. So it's only right that my song of the week goes to Cardi B. If you want to see the official music video for Bodak Yellow, if you want to see the official video for her song Bodak Yellow, you can head on over to my blog at www.jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. So, bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.